Okay, guys, we're going to jump really quickly into this video. If you guys are familiar, well, I know y'all familiar because y'all here with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, you would remember Dwight. I almost said Dwight Howard, but it's actually Dwight Eubanks, y'all. So we're going to jump into this video and kind of go over some of the things we're hearing about him.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Now, if y'all forgot who he was, because watched the Real Housewives of Atlanta from the inception, but for those of y'all who may have forgotten, I had to go on over to his Instagram page. Now, he did a lot of stuff with Sheree, if I'm correct.
How's red?
Him. This is him. He does hair. If y'all remember, he did a lot of different things with Sheree Whitfield. So I just wanted to kind of point that out, like him and Sheree. I believe him and somebody else did some stuff together, but he had this on his Facebook. I shouldn't say Facebook, his Instagram page. And it goes into this whole prostate cancer thing, which is the reason for my video, y'all. We gotta, do as diligent as we can with regards to keeping up with our health. Now, the article that I really want to share with you all is this article here, and it's actually coming from the Neighborhood Talk, but it's actually verified. He started this actually with People magazine, but I got it from Neighborhood Talk, so we're gonna go ahead. Ooh, shucks. With Neighborhood Talk. Now, Dwight Howard, he's actually calling out his doctors because y'all know how we go into the doctor and they tell us everything is fine and we think everything is fine. Now, I didn't know that I guess he also has been living with HIV since the 80s. Now, Real Housewives of Atlanta star Dwight Eubanks is calling out doctors after being diagnosed with prostate cancer. Now, this is something he says that he could have caught earlier if they were not focused on his other diagnosis, which is HIV. Now, the 64-year-old celebrity hairstylist, he told People, because like I said, this is originally reported to People and Neighborhood Talk picked it up. Now, he said he was diagnosed earlier this year after getting blood work done at a health fair at his church in January. A week later, his doctor told him to come in immediately, even though he felt fine and had no symptoms. Follow up tests confirmed that he, in fact, did have prostate cancer. Now, keep in mind, he was feeling fine, everything was fine. He just happened to get this blood work done, right? He said he was shocked and he was angry. Of course, he heard the word cancer. He said, you hear the word cancer, you freak out. He said that what made things worse was finding out that his cancer could have been spotted way back in 2022. He said, well, this article says that he's been living with HIV since the 80s and he gets regular checkups like every 6 months, but his doctors completely missed the warning signs. It says that they looked back at his records and saw that his PSA levels were high in 2022. Y'all, what is PSA levels? I'm going to have to look that up. Prostate specific antigen. Okay, I didn't know that. I just learned that. So it says that his PSA levels were high in 2022, which would indicate his prostate specific antigen levels were high. Okay. And he said nobody told him anything or explained. He said that the only thing he was told is that he was undetectable. And I'm maybe guessing that's because, he allegedly has the HIV diagnosis, and he was told he was fined. He said nobody mentioned anything about his prostate, which is now he's learning he has prostate cancer. Now, Dwight is using his story to encourage Black men to stay on top of their health. Dwight says he's choosing to stay positive despite everything. I just laugh. I just have to laugh instead of crying, which I mean, and it looks like the people, some of the people in the comments were saying to Neighborhood Talk to delete this. They said that yeah, people are telling them to delete it, but they are actually getting this from people. Of course, Neighborhood Talk is its own blog. So they go out and search different stories. So they got the story from people, and that is what they're talking about over here on Neighborhood Talk. Now, people are saying you could have worded it better. I mean, I don't know what they expect them to say. They're just basically uploading what he previously said. So I don't know what these people is looking for. Somebody says, I hate this. I hate his status was revealed like this. Sending love to Dwight. I guess the people are missing the point because Dwight would have had to probably release his own information when he did the people interview, because I don't think that Neighborhood Talk has pretty much um, released this information. I'm gonna look this up. Yeah, let me look it up because I don't believe that the Neighborhood Talk is. Yeah, yeah. I just brought the article up. So the Neighborhood Talk is simply referencing an article. Let me just put that up. An article that Dwight has already done. Like people are in the comments like, why y'all talking about, this is his article in People magazine. And if you guys, I'm just scanning it like what to just look for certain words, and I'm just let me just, yeah, he says right here that he was living with HIV since the 80s. So I don't know what people are talking about. Some people are saying take that out, you said he had HIV, or you said this, or you said that. So what Neighborhood Talk is simply doing is taking the article that Dwight has already did, and they're pretty much given their own posts on their own blog, which is simply the exact replica of what Dwight has already stated in his interview. Now, I know some people were saying, and I'm gonna go. Let's go back to their let me go to the one in People. I mean, if you go to the People's article that was drafted, this is the exact same thing. He says he was living with HIV since the 80s. It says he had regular checkups every 6 months. So this is, again, the Neighborhood Talk is simply taking the information from people, adding it to their blog, which, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. They don't seem to have added anything to it. They're simply just, just reposting it on their blog. So, Dwight learned that he had prostate cancer not because he wasn't getting regular checkups, but because whoever was, generally when you go and get these checkups, your doctor says, okay, you need to get this, you need to get that. We don't know about these things really unless our doctor tell us. So what he's saying is he went to some community event, just to, be probably doing something, and got blood work done, and he found out that he had prostate cancer. That is not good. So it looks like not only do we need to go to our appointments, it seems like we need to be, looking this stuff up and learning these things for ourselves, because this is mortified to be a person that is going to the doctor, keeping up on your appointments, and then find out that you got prostate cancer just because you decided to get an extra blood test just to be doing something. So prayers out to Dwight. Hopefully everything works out for him.